Okay, guys, on this lesson, we're going to understand the charts, how we see the MT5, and then how the MT5 looks like. Okay. Now, when you open the MT5, you are going to see this kind of chart here. Okay. Now, this chart here, you can see the candlestick, everything here, and everything in order. Now, what you see here is the main chart. That is the chart. You see the arrow pointing to it. And then the two things that you see here, these are indicators. Actually, already I told you indicators help us know when to place a buy order, when to sell, when to buy and sell. Okay, don't forget when to sell, when to buy, and when to close your trade. When not to buy, when not to sell, and when not to close your trade and everything. So that is the purpose of the two indicators. And then the chart is for you to be able to read and know the direction of the chart. We learned about the trend. You can see this is a downwards trend, and then there's an upward trend, there's a downwards trend. But these are not perfect, trend as in a longer period of trend. These are short-term trends. Okay, these are short-term trends. So now, let's look at. Now we know the charts, the indicators, here. Now let's look at what some of the things, the features. Okay, let's look at the features within it so that we can understand every thing concerning it. Now let's move to the Android session. This is for Android users. This is how the Android looks like. Now with the Android, the interface is a little bit different from iOS. Okay, that is why I've taken a screenshot of one Android device to place here, because I'm using iOS, so I may not get the exact interface as yours, so that it doesn't confuse you. So now if you look here, you can see the main chart. These are indicators. So this is one indicator, this is another indicator. This is another indicator within the section. Sorry about that. This is an indicator here below here. This is another chart. Sorry, this is another chart. This is another chart. This is another chart. This is another chart. But let's focus on this one. The one at the top here. Let's focus at the one at the top here. Okay, good. So this is a chart, and this is a small window. Don't worry. I just want you to understand the thing very well. This is a chart, and this is the indicator. So we call this indicator RSI indicator. We will talk about indicators, how to add indicators, how to trade with indicators. The indicators will help you get your own strategy, on your own skill to trade. Don't forget about the lesson about the carpenter getting a skill and everything. Very good. So this is a chart. Now we have the currency pair at the top here. You have Euro USD. That is the currency pair you are trading in. And then we have the M5. The M5 is a representation of the time frame that we talked about in the last session. Time frame. Now time frame, okay, as I already said, this is the candlestick chart. Now every bar you see here, every single candlestick you see here represents 5 minutes. So it means this long chart is a 5 minutes time. It went up and down, and the form, this is a 5 minutes. Okay, the formation of one candlestick within M5 means 5 minutes. Let me break it down for you to understand very well. Let's slow down. What I mean is, whenever every candlestick form, it is as a result of 5 minutes. So the formation of the whole of this is 5 minutes. So it took 5 minutes to form this. It took 5 minutes to form the whole of this. It took 5 minutes to form the whole of this. So if you can take a watch of yours, open the MT5, set it to M5, change the time frame to M5. How do you change it? You just have to tap. Okay, assuming you are on the Android, you just have to tap. Please, Android users will have to tap on it. So you tap like that. You tap it to show a circular thing will come. If you tap on the chart, something circle will pop up. You look at that one, then you choose M5. Then you choose M5. Okay. Now, when you choose M5, it means every candlestick is a representation of what? 5 minutes. So 5 minutes. In 5 minutes time, you form this. In 5 minutes time, you form this. In 5 minutes time, you form this. Okay, now on the Android, what does the shaded candlestick means? The black candlestick. The black candlestick means euro is falling against USD. Okay, it means euro is falling. And then the empty ones, the one that is not shaded, you can see they are black and then white candles. The white candles or the empty candles represent a buy. It means euro USD was rising within these two time frames. So 5 minutes, 5 minutes, they were rising. And then this was falling. This one was rising. This one was falling. These were falling. So when you see that a candlestick is falling, you place what? A sell. So you predict that, oh, it's going to sell. So here you sell and it goes down and then you sell. You can see there's a red line. You can see there's a red line there. This red line is an indicator. It helps you know when to buy and then sell. So you can see here in the indicator here, it's also representing this one and it fell. You can see it fell. And it went here, you can see yes. We will learn how to use the indicators. Now if you look at this direction, you can see the exchange rate happening here. The exchange rate. So you can see, you can calculate your pips from this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But normally we don't use this one. We count from here. So 9 and then 4. 9 and then 4. If you subtract 9 from 4 from 9, you can see 5, right? So if you drops, calculate, you can get your pips. Then calculate and you get your profits here. You get the idea. You understand? The pips that we talk about. You can calculate the pips, the number of pips. So let's say you place the sell here. You are hoping to close your trade. You are hoping to close your trade around here. Let's say you place a sell here and it went down, so it went down to this side. Okay, so you take the initial value and then the lowest value, then you subtract it from this one, and then you get the number of pips. Then you multiply by 1, then by your leverage. Okay, but you don't have to do the calculation. Everything will be done by machine, and then you know where to go for your profit and everything. You understand? Good. Now the question is, where do I check my profit? If you look at the bottom here, you see this button. When you tap on this button, okay, it will take you on the Android. You see some. If the iOS too, you see some. When you tap on this button, it will take you to the chart. If you want to look at what is happening, the order you placed. If let's say you place a sell, and you want to know whether you are in profit, you tap on this one. It will take you to that zone. Okay, good. Don't worry. So now that you know the whole frame, the question is, so how do I buy and how do I sell? How do I buy? Now there's no buy sell here. You can't see anything here. You can't see anything here. So if you want to buy, you tap on this button here on Android users. If you want to buy, you tap on this option here. Whenever you want to buy, tap on this section. It will take you to another screen where you see buy and sell. That is where you can place your buy. You can make your executions there, buy and sell. The Android users. So please take note. This is the buy. If you want to buy, place order. This is where you buy, and then place a buy order. Okay. So the next lesson will be continuing knowing the MT5 and everything involved with the MT5.